a Sampson fridge. That's what brought you to my video. Sorry about buying a Sampson. Actually, I hear that all fridges do this nowadays. Like the high-end fridges have a problem. They don't defrost properly. And so what happens is they don't ever defrost. So as you can see, there's ice up here. Come and look. There's ice that is actually coming through the holes and through everything because it's not defrosting. And then back her up. Like every couple days I have to wipe this out because it's full of water. If you take it out, this is full of water. See? This is the fridge. Like the cheap fridges, like the one I have in my basement suite, not a problem. This one, after I've had it for exactly 2 years, the ice maker stopped working. The fridge does not defrost. And I fixed my friend's fridge because I know how to fix it. What you got to do is, well, first thing you do is unplug it. I haven't done that yet. And then you have to take a blow dryer and blow dry this back thing. Because behind here, you just see a little bit of ice here. But behind this is about, I don't know, 3 inches thick, we'll see, of ice. And I can't just pull this out like right now. I shouldn't be pulling that out. Because it'll break stuff. Like there's some styrofoam right behind it. So you got to thaw it out and you slowly pull it out. And then you have to get behind it and you have to do something with wire. With a piece of copper wire, which I'll show you. I'll put it in my video somewhere. A piece of copper wire. I'll take a picture of it, throw it in. And then you got to loop it down so it gets the message from one area to the other to cool it down now. So yeah, the first thing you do is unplug your fridge, and then you just take everything out of it, and you can blow dry. You can leave it for 5 days, or you can put a blow dryer in there and let that defrost. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my hair up and get serious about this, ponytail, and do all that. The other thing you can do is you press energy saver and fridge at the same time. This is what you should be doing once a week with this fridge. And you hold it, hold it, hold it. And then you hit fridge, and you keep pressing the button till you get FD, force defrost. And then that stays on for 20 minutes. So it force defrosts it. And you should be doing that once a week with your fridge, and listen to the lovely beeping. And then if you've done that, if you do that, you know, when you first get your fridge, I don't think you'll have these problems. I think this thing needs to be forced to defrost. So I didn't know about that though. I just used the fridge like I thought it was cool to not do that. And then after 2 years, I noticed there was like, you know, water coming out of here. The ice maker stopped working. The ice is, oh yes, and the other thing is I heard a weird sound, and that was the sound of the fan hitting that overgrown ice that's in there. It goes around, and then when the ice gets too much, the fan just hits a hunk of ice. So you're like, what is that like rumbling sound? So anyway, I would just sell this and get a new one, but the next fridge is just going to do the same thing, and I know how to fix this, so why not just fix that? Okay, so I pulled the fridge out and I unplugged it, and by the way, you can do this all by yourself, even if you're a chick like me. I don't know mechanical stuff really. I'm just learning as I go, but I did do this fridge already to someone else's. So anyway, I unplugged it. I just pushed it back for convenience. I've been taking drawers out, and everything's easy to take out, see? It's clumsy, but I just wanted to show you guys that's what I've been doing. So, you know, nobody skips a step. I don't want anyone skipping a step. Now I'm gonna put the blow dryer in there for like an hour after I take everything out. And by the way, I kept everything in the freezer because it'll be fine. Okay. Okay, so the fridge has been sitting all night because it was taking too long to thaw out, so I just left it. And I came down and I just pulled this out. Just easily I pulled this away from the fridge. I pulled the panel away. And what you'll see when you pull it out are, well, first of all, hello. We were wondering why we have problems. And see this, oops, see this loveliness down here? There's a drain under that. And it's blocked with this ice. So I'm going to have to blow dry that because there's a hole under there. And get it so the water can start going. And while your fridge is defrosting, be a good soldier and clean all the parts. And while, so after it's all done, you put all these parts in, your fridge will look brand new and it'll work well. What I did while it was thawing, or it should just about be done now, but is take this sponge and like this is just full of water. How much water's in here? It's pretty deep. I just go like over and over until there's no water left. There's a lot of water in there. You don't want to waste like paper towels and stuff. Let's get a sponge and do this. Let's see how full we can make this thing. Just wanted to quickly show you. That's how much water I got from under here. That was a lot. So anyway, let's remove that. That's a lot. I mean, God, it's crazy, this thing. So anyway, so it's still like the water, it's still melting. I'm just going to take a blow dryer to it. Tired of waiting. But look at, there's the fan right there. So when this was closed, it would go against that hunk of ice and hit it and make a weird noise. And like I said, that needs to be blow dried because that is all, that's where the spout is. I'll show you when I blow dry it. What it looks like underneath. So I just squeezed these two red things as hard as I can. See those two red things? And it popped out. Because I noticed some guys go, just pull these out. I'm like, how do you do that? You squeeze these two red things hard as you can. And it, oh, and it pulls out. Yeah, see, just pull them. And by the way, it's probably a good idea to take a picture before you pull them out so you know which goes where. So like I took a picture, I'll show you somewhere. Anyway. Make sure his fan still twirls around. Yeah. Oh, it's sharp. So anyway, you can just pull this thing right out. But if you're interested, that's what this side looks like. So, I mean, you have to totally wait for it to be completely ice-free. Otherwise, this stuff will rip right off. But looky here. I'm gonna give it a little blow dry. Get the rest of like it's still. I mean, this was thawed out. This was off all night long. Look at all that water. I'll have to blow dry it and then definitely get in here because there's a hole. But I'll show you. I'll blow dry it and then show you. But there you see the ice. Look at, there's no more ice around the ice machine. Yay, it's all cleared now. So that should work again. And I was just noticing when I was blow drying, this is all like getting loose and stuff. Look at that. I mean, that is crazy. There's so much ice there. Oh, it's so gross. Okay, so these are the heat, this is the heating element in here. and it is supposed to get this hot, and then it goes way down in that hole and communicates to the fridge saying, okay, we're defrosting now. But I guess this piece of little metal thing isn't good enough. So what you're supposed to do is take a wire, a copper wire, and here's mine. I got a few to make up. I don't know, it's like 5 inches long or something, or 6 inches long. And you have to wrap it around this, and then you put it down the hole. Pretty easy. I mean, I don't have a lot of tools. Like, I don't even have a wire cutter. I had to use a knife. I had to wreck a knife for this. And I got the wire from my tenant. So if I can fix this, anyone can. So I'm gonna do that. Okay. So first of all, I fed the wire down this, you just have to move this thing to the side. It's kind of close. You just have to move this to the side like that, and there's a little opening in there, and you feed the wire down there. Then I wrapped it a few times. It's not like the prettiest thing in the world, but it goes way down there. So that's all you do. Now I just got to put it all back together, and it'll be pretty now because I cleaned everything. It's all cleaned out. It's nice and dry. Oh, everything's dry and clean, and now I just got to figure out how to put it all back together and then plug it in. And I still have my stuff in the freezer. Hopefully it's staying cold. I'm not going to say anything bad about Sampson because I don't want to get sued. They're like a giant. But, and I don't even think it is just Sampson. I think this is everybody who gets one of these nice fridges with the water. If you want a fridge with the water, like in one of these fridges, I think this is what all these fridges do. So remember, well, you can't really see it, but remember the once a week after you've cleaned, after you've done this, or even when you just first buy one or whatever, even if you had it for a while, you click energy saver and fridge at the same time, hold it for 12 seconds, it starts beeping, and then just keep hitting fridge until you get force defrost. That's what I'm going to do from now on. After I get this right back together, I'm going to just click that that button once a week, and just keep it good. I mean, I might not have to now that I got this wire in here, but why not? Just force defrost it every once in a while, so I don't have to do this every 2 years. I just want to say it's so satisfying to put it all back together again. Yay! And then I'll put this one on down here, and then put all those screws in. Oh, so great. And plop this down. Oh. And don't forget to keep this piece when you've taken it all apart, because oh boy, you don't want to have to see that ugly screw there. So you just plop that on like so. They don't worry about seeing these because there's going to be a drawer in the way. Okay, well, I'm all done. I put everything back together. And if I can do all that, anybody can do all that. I put the pieces back in that I've cleaned. And my ice maker is going to work again. Just going to put the food back in, and it'll be like a brand new fridge.
Oh, yeah.
Yay. So, like if you want, do your thing, honey.